Hello there, I'm Richard Morecroft and this is Letters and Numbers, the show that plants seeds of knowledge and waters them nightly with wise words and a sprinkle of sums. And two people who have really grown on us. Firstly, fresh from the numbers nursery, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Actually, Lily, do you have a bit of a green thumb?
A while ago I decided I wanted to grow this tomato plant from scratch, so I planted the seeds and then watched it grow, and you know, as it grew every morning I'd go out with my bowl of muesli and inspect, you know, what it had grown overnight.
See if you got an extra leaf overnight. One
morning I went out and noticed that there was red tomatoes everywhere on the ground.
A scene of tomato carnage.
Yes, and it was the possums. The possums had got to my tomatoes and I was furious. But yeah, it was devastating. I was quite traumatised, actually.
Lily, show us your thumbs. Not very green.
No.
Welcome, Lily.
Thank you.
And his mind is a fertile field. David Astle. How are you with plants, David?
Not particularly green-thumbed, but I do know that a lovely Latin word for the deadly nightshade, which is a type of lily, is Amaryllis belladonna.
That is a beautiful word for a rather dangerous plant.
It is, but it could be a new code name for lily.
I like it.
Nice one. Thank you, David, and welcome. And two people hoping that they do have the greenest thumbs tonight, our contestants. Firstly, our carryover champion, Tony Loui, a medical officer and hotel doctor. Hello, Tony.
Hello, Richard.
Now, you were telling us last night about some of your medical activities, but you actually took a year off from being a doctor at one stage and, well, did an entirely different job. What was that?
I actually worked as a flight attendant and travelled overseas. I love travelling.
How did you find that process? Must have been a huge change.
It's a very big change. The effects of flying is quite difficult. It's hard work, but thoroughly enjoyable.
Well, I hope you enjoy tonight as well. Great to have you back and good luck.
Thank you.
And challenging Tony is Alison Crowe, a physical education student and competitive rower. Hello, Alison.
Hi, Richard.
Now, you are a very competitive rower because you've represented Australia, is it twice?
Yes, I've been in two under-23 teams. That's been probably one of the greatest things I've done so far. I've gotten to race overseas in Germany and in Czech Republic, which has been a wonderful experience.
Well, that is easy compared to the competitive pressure tonight, believe me. It's great to have you with us and good luck tonight, Alison.
Thank you.
All the best against the clock tonight and, of course, each other, Tony Loui and Alison Crowe. The letters game, as always, gets us going. And, Tony, what would you like to start with?
Could I start with the consonant, please?
You can indeed. H.
I'll have another.
T.
And the third consonant.
S.
And I'll have a vowel.
A.
And I'll have another vowel.
E.
And another vowel.
I.
And I might switch to a consonant.
M.
And another consonant.
C.
And one more consonant.
And last letter, N.
Thank you, Lily. Here's our first clock. Well, Tony, how did you go with the first word?
I might try 9.
You might try a 9. We are all holding our breath in suspense, but just hold it there. Alison, yours first.
I've
How
just
many
got
for
a
you?
5.
5 for you. Let's go with that 5 first, please.
It's one for Lily. It's maths.
Oh, you know how to win friends and influence people, definitely. But roll the drums. Tony, you're 9.
I'll try mechanist. MECHANIST.
And why not? Wonderfully done. Well done. Very impressive. And just for viewers at home, mechanist is not a mechanic, but a one who believes in the philosophy that all matter is produced by motion. And certainly that's given Tony great momentum.
And of course, a 9 means double the score, so that is an 18-point start for Tony. Well, let's take a deep breath, calm down, and move on to our next lot of letters. And Alison, you to choose them, please.
Could I have a consonant, please?
You certainly can. S.
And another consonant?
R.
And a vowel, please?
E.
And another consonant?
N.
And another consonant?
D.
And a vowel, please?
I.
And another consonant?
G.
And a vowel, please?
E.
And a consonant to finish up.
And last letter, L.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds. Well, that was your first selection on the show, Alison. How did you go?
I think I got a 7, but I'm not certain.
All right, we keep our fingers crossed for you. Tony?
I have an 8.
An 8 for you. Let's go with that 7 first, Alison. See how you go.
Sledding.
Could you spell that for us, please?
SLEDING.
I suspect double D, David, but let's check. Tony, what was yours?
I have designer.
Designer. Very nice.
Well, I am resigned to sledding having the double D as well. Unfortunately, Alison, just have a look. Sled as a verb takes the double D and no alternative, so sorry, not a word. But designer is designed for 8 points. Well done. And in fact, this is getting a little out of hand. I found a 9 here.
How Tony? 2 nines, 2 rounds. What was yours, David?
And I don't want to play one-upmanship here with Tony with a very great start. The word is engirdles, meaning to encompasses or engulfs.
Great work, David. Excellent
you.
stuff. Well, and not a bad follow-up with an 8 either.
Exactly
so
right.
we are having some fantastic scores tonight. 8 points in that round for Tony. Let's see how we go with the numbers game this time. Here our contestants multiply, add, divide and subtract the selected numbers in order to reach our randomly generated target. And Tony, what combination would you like tonight for the first time?
Could I get 2 large and 4 small?
Thanks, Tony. 2 large and 4 small.
A family mix to start.
The family mix. And our numbers are 3, 7, 8, 7. So these are the 4 children and the 2 parents, 25 and 75. And the target number is 193.
30 seconds to get there. The first numbers tonight, Tony. How did you go?
I got 193.
193, right to the target. And what about you, Alison?
Same.
Same for you. Great, well done. Tony, you chose, so please tell us how you did it.
Okay, Lily, I started with 3 times 75
3 by 75
equals
is
225.
225.
Subtract the 25
Take away the
Is
25 is 200.
and subtract the 7.
Take the 7, 193.
Great work, Tony. Straight to the target. Very clean. What about your approach, Alison? Was it the same?
No, it was different.
Tell us how you did it, please.
I did 8 times 25
8 by 25
is 200.
is 200.
Minus 7
Minus the 7,
is 193.
193.
Very elegant solution indeed. Very nice. Well, 2 great results there, Lily.
Both great methods. I used Tony's, but they were both great.
Excellent result. So 10 points each for Tony and Alison. Great to see Alison coming onto the scoreboard with 10 points. Tony's now on 36 as we go to our first break tonight. And our first word mix, of course, it's Darn Doll. This time the clue, master of your domain. Back very shortly.